Good morning. Happy Saturday. Jack made a community post wherein it appeared to be a screenshot of a Facebook Messenger communication between him and someone else. It appeared to be between him and someone else. It could have not been him, but it appeared to be him and someone else, wherein he accused Salvaggio's wife of sleeping with him, or he basically said that he was having sex with Salvaggio's wife. And then in the community post, he says that it's the only way to make Salvaggio mad, but it's true, or something to that effect. Loosely paraphrasing it. Anyway, it's stupid for two reasons. So there's a reason why GED Jack is called GED Jack. And by the way, that is txsheepdog72, also known as Diddlin' Jack. And I don't really like the GED Jack label because I've known some intelligent people with GEDs, which is more an indictment against our school system than GEDs in general. But Jack is stupid, and he really does deserve to be ridiculed for this post for two reasons. The first reason is, number one, he is suing. He is the plaintiff against Salvaggio in the Leon Valley lawsuit. And there's already an order in place sealing various things because the plaintiffs are assholes and they like to disseminate stuff and put stuff out there that shows the defendants in perhaps an undeserved bad light. And so the court is already aware of this and has recently denied a motion by the plaintiffs to stop I don't know, it's not unseal the case. I forget what it's called, but basically to remove the order about being able to disseminate the information like the depositions and things like that. So the court's aware that the plaintiffs are a problem, and going around and saying, I'm doing this just to piss off a defendant as a plaintiff might gain some further ire of the court, which even if there is a jury, the court still has a lot of say over damages, and you just don't want to piss off the court. It's never a good idea to piss off the court. You want the court to be on your side. You want to be a sympathetic plaintiff. And Jack is not. He goes out of his way to be an unsympathetic plaintiff, which is bad for his case. It's bad for his co-plaintiffs' cases. It's bad for his attorney, who might not really appreciate Jack being a dickhole on the internet, because that's going to impact the attorney's income, because the attorney's going to get a share of whatever the plaintiffs recover. And if Jack is making the recovery smaller and smaller, that's going to impact the attorney's income. The other thing is defamation. And, I'm not saying that Texas has the same kind of laws as California, but if it was California, one of the defamations per se means that just on its face, you don't have to prove damages. You just basically start off with the assumption that there are damages and that it's untrue, and then you really put the burden on the defendant to prove that it is true. So that's defamation per se. And anyway, accusing a woman of being unchaste, of being a whore essentially, is classic defamation per se. And normally you don't go after anonymous people on the internet for saying things like that, because you don't know who they are and you don't know if they have any money. But Salvaggio knows who Jack is, and I believe Jack owns a home. So at least in California, that would be something that you can get at as part of a judgment, or at least you could theoretically get at as part of a judgment, depending on steps the person did to take to defend it. But I don't think Jack's smart enough to defend it appropriately. Anyway, it's dumb. You should never make derogatory comments about your opponent if you're engaged in a lawsuit. You should never make derogatory comments about your opponent online, because they'll take those comments to the judge. So that's number one. And number two, if you have any assets, you probably should avoid making defamatory statements about someone who knows who you are and how much money you have on the internet. You should probably just avoid that. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.